Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being patient all these last few months while I took a little sabbatical and regathered my thoughts and have become more inspired than ever to bring you great content here on this channel. At the end of this video, I will talk to you about every plan I have going forward in 2024, how being off a few months affected me, why I took a few months off, and all of that. But before I do that, I want to get to everything that I made for Christmas. And I made some different kind of things this year, and I think it was really enjoyable. Not as many garments. Not that I wasn't sewing garments, I just wasn't making the gifts for Christmas. So let me go ahead and share with you the things I did do. So the first thing I made was the Elysian phone sling bag, and I made several of them for my granddaughters. These are great little purses. I've given them away, so I can't hold one up, but they are really great. They're just small, about that big. They fit your phone. They have a few credit card slots, your phone and keys when you just want to run out the door. And since my granddaughters have now got phones and they're doing a little bit more on their own where they might need their phone for safety, I thought it was kind of a neat thing to give them for their safety so that they would always be able to reach out for help if they needed it, and they wouldn't have to carry their big backpack everywhere they go. So here is the first one that I made. Now, this granddaughter loves Zelda, so I went to Spoonflower and I looked for Zelda fabric, and sure enough, they had it. So you can see the front flap there. Under there, there's a magnetic pocket, and then in the back there's a zippered pocket. Really nice design this is. You can see inside the bag, just a glimpse inside will show you that there are 3 credit card slots inside the bag. And here are all 3 of them that I made. One granddaughter loves Zelda, another loves Gilmore Girls, as you can tell, and behind there, I don't know if you can see it real well, but it is a guitar fabric. It's guitar cords on fabric. So those are my 3 granddaughters, and they got that for Christmas. And it was really fun to make. One of the things I want to do this year is have a bag making class. So I will be giving you details of that down the road, and I think you'll enjoy that. All right, just want to ask you, if you have not subscribed yet, to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below, and make sure that you turn on the bell for notifications so that you don't miss any new videos coming out. So as I checked before I recorded this video, and I am less than 30 away from 23,000 subscribers. So it would be neat to be able to hit 23,000 sometime this week, and I'm on my way to 25,000. That will be a milestone for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. All right, the next thing that I made was I made about 50 or 60 of these little ornaments from freestanding lace, which is done with the embroidery machine. It sounded hard, it looked hard, but let me tell you something, it was not hard at all. So this is a wash away stabilizer. Not the same thing as a wash away topper, which I'll show you what that looks like. This is a wash away topper. This is not what you use for these ornaments. For freestanding lace, you need to use something a little bit more sturdy. So this is wash away topper. And what this does, you stitch your designs on here, and then you cut around it, you stick it in water. And I think the trick for me was not to rinse it too much, because you want that sort of starchy feeling to be left in there to make them nice and stiff for ornaments. It depends on what you're using it for, I guess. But for me, I wanted them to sort of stand on their own as ornaments, and they worked out really well. Let me show you a few of them. So I had these hanging in my kitchen window. I had 4 in each of my windows, and they looked amazing. And I'll put the links to all of these patterns in the description for you guys. But they're wonderful. And then I did another variety as well, and this was a nativity scene, similar thing. And so these are stitched on organza, and then they're stitched with different colors of thread, and you end up with these beautiful stained glass ornaments. And I did one set of 6 of these and gifted them to a close friend. They're beautiful, just beautiful. These were from embroiderylibrary.com. So I will also put the link to these. So different ornaments with the embroidery machine. It was running nonstop all day for quite a while to crank all these out. But I made so many that I didn't keep very many for myself, but I did keep the ones in my kitchen window. I also did a lot of embroidered towels with various designs on them. This was one of my favorites. And the kitchen towels I just purchased on Amazon, and they were very inexpensive, and they make a really inexpensive gift to give someone that you just want to give them a little something. Next year I plan to have several of these done and ready when I'm going to a party and I need to take something to the hostess, or things came up and I was making these quickly to go to a party or to give to someone that I was going to see that I didn't know I was going to see, and that kind of thing. So that is a great thing to do. So the embroidery machine is a wonderful thing to use for gifting. That's something that I've really learned a lot about. And actually embroidery, machine embroidery is something that I really want to teach you guys this year as well. I have learned how to digitize my own designs. I have learned so much in such a short time. Part of that's because last winter, when I was sort of stuck without really able to get up and down with sewing, I learned a lot about machine embroidery because you could just kind of go to the machine once in a while. I put it on a high top table so I didn't have to even sit down. And it was something that I could do while I was recuperating from my surgery. So that was very quick learning for me. Another thing I made was the School Cool twirly dress that is a favorite of my little granddaughter. I have made her several of these. She loves this twirly dress. One of the ones I made her back when was of Anna. You might have seen it in another video. It had all the design of Anna from Frozen. But this year I just made it pink, sparkly, and twirly. And I don't know if you can see in that picture, but those are sequins on that dress. So it twirls and sparkles at the same time. She's 6 and she adored it. So those are the designs that I made for Christmas this year. Not as much as in years past, but I had a lot of fun with my embroidery machine. And I hope that you share your Christmas makes with me as well. A lot of you already have on Facebook. Let me just go ahead and put this up here. If you go ahead and join the Facebook group, you can see all kinds of fun things that we've all done, and we share ideas, help each other. It's really a great community to be part of. So go ahead and click that and join in the Facebook group. Now what I'd like to talk to you about is just what's the future look like for this channel? Well, I hadn't intended on taking that much time off, but after 4 deaths in my immediate family, the first one being my husband and the last one being my sister-in-law, who was my best friend, one of my best friends. And then in between there, also having a major surgery, I felt like when my time was limited to sew, and when I did sew, I had to sew for my channel and not what I wanted or needed. So I needed to just take that time to just enjoy sewing again and not be thinking about cameras and all of that. It wasn't anything that, I didn't want to do the channel or anything. It was just that I needed a break. I needed to heal emotionally, physically. I also had another area in my spine that we don't know yet, but might be facing another spinal surgery. So I just had a lot to deal with, and I just decided that it would be better to just take the time off and then jump back in when I felt like the time was right, when it was a fresh start, when I go back to the beginning of why I started this channel in the first place. And that is the reason I started this channel is to teach people how to sew, and that is what I want to do. I want you to fall in love with sewing. I want you to be able to be creative. I want you to be your creative best. I want me to be my creative best. So that is my goal. I have a lot of things planned. I hope it will be things that you'll enjoy. I've got an interview with Tammy from Love Notions coming out next week. Most likely will be in 2 parts. I have plans to perhaps interview some more people on the channel. I also am planning to do chats again, but probably not every week. Just might need to slow that down just a little bit. So anyway, that is where I am with that, and I just wanted to let you know that the channel is alive. It's going to be better than ever, and I am thrilled to be back behind the camera again. So I invite you into my sewing world, and I love you all. Thank you for hanging with me. Go ahead and click that subscribe button if you haven't done that already. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. God bless and Happy New Year.